Hi, welcome to another Eco Tips edition of ecopenny. This time I'm going to replace my GOOGATS water pump stand. So with this stand, what it does is just raise the water pump off the ground a bit, and the water pump basically boosts the pressure of the water tank to give you mains pressure for a hose or a sprinkler or whatever like that. You'll see later on what the term GOOGATS comes from and what it means. So this is a good eco tip because the rainwater tank uses rainwater to water the plants, so you're not using the house's mains water, so you're sort of reusing a bit of rainwater that normally goes to waste, so it can reduce your water bill and the household's dependent on the mains water. And I'm also going to reuse a bit of old wood from a previous video as well as some new wood. So I'm reusing existing resources that I've got as well. So this is the old base for the electric pump for the water tank. So if you watch the customer states watts channel, I'd say this is GOOGATS. It's a few years old, it's damaged by the weather. And I'm going to recycle some old timber. The darker ones at the back are from an old garden bench I've recently restored. There'll be a video about that on the channel too. And the lighter ones are some spare ones from the bench restoration. So I'm going to reuse this existing timber, combination of old and new. I'm going to make another base for the pump. So the pump needs to be off the ground because it's outdoors. Don't want to leave it on the concrete next to the rainwater tank. Just want to raise it up a bit so it's not sitting in water if it does rain. So I better get the woodworking tools out and start making the new stand for it. So I'm just mocking this up. These are all 600 millimeters long. The older boards are a little bit skinnier, these are a bit wider. So I'm going to put them across like that with a tiny gap in between them. And this will just simply sit on top of them and bolt down into the wood. I'm going to have some little legs, so this is raised off the ground a bit, so I'm going to have wood sort of like that on the left and the right. So that gives you a bit more of an idea. So that's upside down, so it's going to be something like that. I had to get these leg bits from my other scrap pile. It's just some pine, so the whole thing's going to be painted, make it more weatherproof. So I've got these little pieces here to simulate the gaps so water can drain down through the boards. Just got a drill to make the second leg now. So I've got the basic frame there. I'm going to drill all the holes for the other planks and then disassemble it, paint this bit like this, paint all those planks separately, and then I can finally assemble it when it's all painted. Ready for painting now. I've got the same Cabot's green paint. This is a Brunswick green that I used for the garden bench. So this is a good weatherproof outdoor paint just to give it some protection. So I'll probably give this 2 coats, assemble it, and then maybe give it 1 more coat after it's assembled. So that's the first coat on the basic frame, and the slats are all hanging up. So I finally got all the painting done for the stand for the water pump. I painted this little block as well. That will go under the pipe just to support it as well. Make it all look the same colour, make it more aesthetically pleasing. So I thought I'd decorate the area with nice 2 flower pots as well, just to make it more aesthetically pleasing. If you haven't seen this electric water pump on previous videos, it boosts the output of the tank. So instead of the water coming out like a trickle, it comes out similar to mains pressure water, which you need to run sprinklers, and just for normal watering you need that pressure coming through the hose. So let's get it all assembled. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased with that. So I've got the electric water tank pump on its base. Nice new flowers. We've got a red emu bush here with red flowers, and one called a Xena plant, so they're both Australian natives. And that's the blocker. It just stays under the pipe just to stop any strain on it. So you've got a normal tap, and also the pump, which gives you mains style pressure with the hose. And I'll just disconnect the extension cord to the pump, put it in the shed, and just reconnect the extension cord whenever I need to use the pump. So it's a great idea having an outside water tank. This one's about 2,000 litres. You can use that to water plants outside without using the mains water. Oh, it's the end of the day. I'm glad the pump's set up. So just water this sugarcane mulch into the strawberries. It'll keep the ground a bit more moist and stop weeds. Water pump stand video, sink clap. Action. Hi, welcome to another Eco Tips edition of